All right, what's up, guys? Today we have Andres Martinez. I met him through Subto, and he's doing some cool, unique things with co-living properties. So I wanted to bring him on and learn more about what he's doing because he is not using pad split, and so he is he is probably it's all Facebook Marketplace that you're using, or
All
anything
Facebook.
else, or straight up
I
Facebook.
occasionally I post on roomies.com, but I have never gotten a lead from there. I used to do bandit signs. That is probably the best way to get tenants, honestly, but the quality of the tenant is not high.
Mm.
But with Facebook Marketplace, I can vet people quick. Uh, Profile
What's your
pictures.
vetting? Yeah, what's your vetting
I
process
mean,
like?
I get a
After,
message from a guy that his profile picture is himself holding two pit bulls, a bunch of cash, and a shotgun.
yeah.
I probably don't reply, right?
So let's say you like, their profile or whatever. What is your next stage of like, do you do a little background check through Zillow or anything
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah. So I send in the information like, hey, you have to go background check. This is the deposit. These are some of the rules. When do you want to come see the house? And I meet everybody personally. Uh, I don't let them go in the house without me.
No.
Uh, I had somebody that was working with me, but she left because I mean, I don't have enough volume to pay her what she's supposed to be getting paid, right, for these showings. But
Yeah.
you learn a lot about people from seeing them face to face. I've been a waiter for 10 years, so I can read people really quick.
Yeah, yeah.
And I can tell, that it's not going to be a good fit. So they
Yeah.
come to the house, they see the room, they like it. They're like, okay, let's do it. And then we do the background check right there on the spot in the living room. So I take out my iPad, they do it there. If everything is clean, they pay the deposit, and the room is separated.
What's the program you use on your iPad?
What's the what?
Are you going through Zillow or what do you use to
No,
do
I
the
use
background?
Rent Ready.
Rent Ready. Okay. Yeah, I've heard of them. Yeah, that's cool. So, all right, month to month, how do you keep all this organized? Like, is there a certain dash that you're using, a platform, software?
I am
Just
very, very ignorant in technology, as you can tell by how long it took me to set up my tripod. I have everything pen and paper.
okay. Old
So
school. I like it.
yeah, I suck at those things, man.
So, yeah, I mean, you're saving a ton by not paying pad split. Um, what is the average size of a house? Like how many rooms is it before and after a conversion?
Uh, the biggest one that I have is 2,800 square feet plus a two garage. Two. The house was a four car garage. So two of them were converted to rooms. That's the biggest one. The smallest one that I have, you're gonna be surprised of this. It's 1,400 square feet,
Mm,
and it brings about 1,900 a month net.
net, man. All right, so what is you said you have five currently, right?
Five gone.
Five
Yes,
active. What is your average net for
2,300.
like 2,300?
Yeah, the lowest one is 19. The biggest one is 26. So about 2023.
Yeah, that's nice. So you're making, I mean, basically call it 10K a month by,
Yep.
yeah, 10K a month, and you're doing a lot of the day to day, or do you have a VA that helps like how do you, when, let's say a tenant has the questions or like communication, how do
I
you,
respond. So I'm very, again, I'm very ignorant in business and stuff. Uh, I just started doing it myself. I'm doing everything myself. Right now, I took January off to work on the taxes, so I learned how to do the bookkeeping. So I just finished that last night. The K1s and all the 1099s were sent. But right now, I have to learn how to hire a BA. But honestly, man, I don't even know what do I give them. Like, because some days I get 20 messages, and then there's 2 weeks where I don't get anything. Right. So how do
you
you
know,
pay somebody for that? Right. The bookkeeping a month takes me maybe 10 minutes. Uh,
mm,
and after it's 10K total, but I split that with my PMPs because I bought all this house without any of my money.
mm,
So I'm making half of it.
yeah. So no, I mean, that's cool. So you're making 5K a month. You bought five properties with other people's money. You found the deal. Are these creative deals or a blend?
They're all creative. The first one I found myself. The second one, it was like I helped close, and then after that I bought from wholesalers.
Man. So what are you shooting for this year? Are you more stabilizing, or it sounds like it's already stabilized? So are you trying to
Yeah,
buy a certain number? Or,
yeah. As far as number, I want to do 3 to 4 more, but they're gonna do bursts, 100%.
yeah.
If
Well,
running hundreds of numbers of models, the best way to buy co-living is gonna be a burr, because on the 5 properties we are over leveraged, right?
yeah.
So that
Upside down.
mhm, that risk leaves rent free in my head, and I don't like it because especially with the whole situation with code enforcement, right? We can get
Yeah.
shut down at any point. And I don't know if that's something you guys talk about, but I think that's something that has to be uh, that needs more attention because people think everybody's going to jump into co-living right now,
Mhm.
and they don't understand all of those things, right? Like, hey, the city will shut it down. Like, it's happening. They're just not talking about it, right? It's happening a lot. The insurance is not going to cover you. Uh, all those little things that could be a risk for the investment. And if you're over leveraged, you can't sell. Yeah,
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the new build? The new build co-living?
that's my 2026.
Yeah. I'm looking at some now. Like I really like it because like you're saying it, you don't you don't want to have 10 properties that are negative equity, but if you can
Mhm.
diversify, so it's like whether it's Burr or the new build, I like all three, like kind of probably rotating maybe, finding a
Mhm.
good balance for the portfolio.
Yeah, I based on the model I've been running, I have to hire somebody full time at 7,
Yeah.
7 to 8. That's why I only want to buy 3, so I can still keep that money because right now this is my full time income. I just quit
Yeah.
my job about 2 months ago, so and all my safety rain that I had saved, I spent last year on medical bills and even January, so I'm in zero. I have no room for failure right now.
Yeah. All right. So are you going to keep buying in Texas or are you going to diversify
Oh,
out of
Texas,
state?
DFW, baby, DFW.
Yeah.
That's another thing. I think with pad split you can go out of state, but everybody else that I know that is successful doing co-living, they will tell you the same thing. It's so heavy. You have to be so involved that you need to be there, or you need to have somebody full time that can go at the house, right? Because there are issues that you guys
Yeah.
have to solve, next day. Like on Friday, one of my tenants, made rice. Right, he went to work. He works overnight, and then the morning after, another tenant threw his rice in the sink, and he clogged the entire kitchen. Right,
Yeah.
and then who pays,
Yeah.
right? uh Things like
So
that.
what I know in Florida at least, I could find Florida and Georgia, I can find there's property managers $50 per month per door.
Oh
Are
wow, that's
you
good.
gonna, yeah, and that's like that's not a one-off. Like that's actually really common over here. I'm curious if it's over there as well.
There are property managers on top of pad split, but no like full co-living flesh out model. And the main idea
Yeah.
when I started was to build a management company. Then 3 houses later I found out you need to have a license in Texas to broker, right? And
Yeah.
then I was like, okay, I'm going to buy a brokerage. I'm going to partner with a broker. So I made a lot of calls. The brokers will not manage houses with more than 5 people in it.
Yeah.
And that's, because it's against code. So they're not going to risk their license on it.
Yeah. All right. So you're looking to buy, let's call it five more this year. Just round up. Let's say someone watching this, they have a deal they want to send you. What's the best way to do that? Like Facebook, Instagram?
Facebook or Instagram. I don't know where this is going to be posted, but maybe you can put my link in there.
Yeah.
Uh, because my
What's
email,
your
it's not really good.
Yeah, so what is your official buy box?
1,800 square feet plus corner lots only. And the
No
PHA
HOA?
has, I'm okay with HOA. I have 3 on HOAs.
Mm,
But it
okay.
has to be a corner lot. The HOA has to be below $45, and then the CCNRs have to name that it's an HOA member managed, not management managed, because that means the neighbors are managing it and not a management company. The management companies get an incentive by giving you tickets, which means
Mm,
that they're going to be chasing you. But if it's member managed, which implies a lower price, nobody's going to care about you.
okay. Interesting. All right, and why the corner lot? Just better parking?
Parking. Yeah, I think when you're buying a co-living house, the main thing I do is parking. As soon as I get the address, Google Drive, if I cannot fit the 7 8 cars in my boundary line in my property, it's not a deal.
Yeah. And what were
Period.
you going to say about the PITI?
Oh, 2,200 or less.
I like that. Just a real smooth, easy way to. Okay, cool. All right. So in conclusion, you're saying you have five total, you and a PMP, you're collecting 10 grand a month basically, and you're
Hmm.
splitting it into two. So you quit your job, you're already doing that. So when do you plan on buying your next one? Are you shooting for end of February, end of March kind of thing?
Right now, I think we're about to go under contract in one.
Mhm.
I don't know if you're aware, the company Bungalow and Homeroom, they just went
Mhm.
bankrupt. So these are all the pre-Patsplit companies that were, Patsplit kind of modeled their service. Actually, Patsplit is a lot better, but anyways, these companies went bankrupt, so a lot of co-living houses are up for sale. So I managed to grab one in a really good area, and hopefully they take the offer, and that will be the next one. It's currently full, so I need to vacate everybody. So it's the closing is probably going to be 30 45 days.
All right, you said bungalow and what was the other?
Homeroom.
Home run. So you're just going on the platform and finding deals you
No,
want to buy?
an agent sent me the lead. So
Okay.
this investor that was with that company, he wanted to switch from from Bungalow to PadSplit, and I don't know why, but he said he's not gonna do it. So he's just trying to get rid of the portfolio. So because first I was approached as doing management, right, and I was like, I cannot manage because I don't have ownership. That's against the law in Texas. I would be brokering without a broker's license, but I can buy it. So,
No.
if it's been a few weeks and he's like, yeah, I'll entertain that.
Oh. Well, cool, man. All right, one more time. What's the best? Let's say someone wants to shoot you a deal or ask you a question. Is it Instagram or Facebook?
Yeah, Instagram. My name is Andres Martinez underscore C.
Perfect. All right, guys. Send him all your Texas deals. I
Send me the
appreciate you
deals,
joining
boys.
today, man.
Bye.